And hello there, everybody. Welcome on into another edition of the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament 2022 edition here. My name's Days Cloud. I'm joined in the commentary booth tonight by Tracy M. How you doing there?
I'm doing great. Looking forward to this matchup. It's a really tough group, as you would well know.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
And apparently, we got Inverted Sandy, and apparently Ace didn't want Inverted Sandy, so going to be interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, go ahead. Yeah, talk about this group for a second.
Well, this is Group T, and Group T is my group. So like you mentioned, I kind of got a little vested interest in this group here. We got AceZer0 there on the left, and we got dataplet on the right. dataplet right now, he's kind of needs this win here. He's lost 2 matches. So he's sitting at 0-2 right now. He kind of needs to take at least one of these games off of AceZer0 here to really have a chance at getting through to brackets right now. But we'll see how this goes. We're going to start off with a little bit of inverted keys. So we're going to start at Link's house and get an early 20 rupees.
Yeah, I think at 3-3, there are some weird things that can happen. If that's where, with tiebreakers and such, but that's definitely not the position you want to be in. So yeah, it'd be really good for dataplet to win this one. Kind of funny that Ace ends up in Group T. He's my teammate for when we do SMZ3 co-ops and multi. So, and we're Ace T.
Well, there you are.
so he ends up in Group T. So yeah, I like that. But
yeah, that works out real well right there. So we got a little bit of a divergence real fast here as we got dataplet taking his 20 rupees, and he's going to run over, check Stumpy, and then he's going to go and earn a little bit of cash here from the arrow game.
Yeah, you don't see this very often outside of this, and he's going to have to make sure he at least gets enough rupees back to this again if he messes up. But ideally, you just get enough money. He wants to get enough money for dig game, and that would be 80 rupees total.
Looks like he's got this set up on lot point right there. Yeah, if you stand right next to the guy there, you basically just wait for more or less one tile, which is about like 1 curtain length away, and then you're gonna hit it every single time.
At least he wants more than just dig game money.
Yeah, well, probably should say every single time only is 3 times though. If you try to do it over 3 times, then the timing does get off there. So. Yeah, you gotta kind of keep an eye on there. So Ace, going through the first 4 of Thieves Town, he's got some bombs, which is nice, and a little bit of cash, which will help a lot.
Yeah, it'll at least allow him to do the chess game, which it's easy to forget that costs money too, because so often by the time you get to that location, and same thing with dig game, you have plenty of money. It's just not an issue. Oh, right. Unfortunately, Ace lost that bomb early and did not get a 50-50 bomb, but...
Yeah, didn't go for the other 50-50 bush in the top and the bottom left either there, so gonna end up maybe trying to get it now, I guess, and Data's gonna go ahead and use this activated flute, and we're headed down to the Mire area to go check Mire Shed real quick.
Yeah, which is an interesting... I mean, you have to, avoiding the murder dactyl there, not a fun thing to have to worry about. Ooh, it's just getting a heart. A small key to Misery Mire. So a very useless chess game, unfortunately. I'd probably be pretty happy if I were Ace if I simply got just like 100 rupees from the first open. But it doesn't usually work out that way. But Ace at least has 30 bucks, so he can do the arrow game as well if he wants to do dig game.
It looks like that's exactly where he's going now. Data on the other side, he went ahead and he's picked up a glove there out of Mire Sheds.
Yeah.
So that's going to give him Catfish open and a couple of other things. But first thing he's got to do is he's going to go buy some bombs so he can go open up Hype Cave.
Also, nice display of where that blue potion shop is that they added in specifically for inverted. Because the potion shop, the regular one, is so hard to get to. So that blue potion shop, I think that's normally a fortune teller in the vanilla game, but I think that's a good addition.
Yeah, no, there's been many times where you have to do super low health strats in the beginning of Inverted Seeds. And woo, Data getting a little feisty there, but down to 1 heart. Gonna be okay here on the way up to Catfish. Shouldn't be anything else here that can hit him. But as Ace goes ahead and picks up his map to Ice Palace.
Yeah, definitely not what you're hoping for in the dig game. Just arrows on Catfish.
Alright, and we're off on Data's side. Ace is gonna curl south as well. Looks like he's probably headed the same direction as
yeah, hasn't done
Data
Stumpy
is.
yet.
Right.
And with those bombs, dataplet is gonna go ahead and bomb this open, and he will show us Hype Cave.
If he can get there.
Yeah. Yeah, those guards with the arrows, you know, they're not the scary looking ones, as opposed to the guys with the tridents, but they're the ones that do 2 hearts of damage.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, with Inverted, everything does 2 hearts of damage at the beginning here, as Ace is very kindly pointing out for us there, as he just gets ambushed by one of the dive bombers, takes it right, takes him down, so... That's not a bad death, though, because, I mean, that is legitimately, okay, you're right next door, whatever.
Yeah,
but,
interesting Hype Cave, too, that he doesn't want to miss, because we do have a fire rod there. And that does open up an extra Skull Woods check. We can't beat Mothula without a sword. But, yeah, we're gonna... Looks like he's gonna give up on Hype Cave for a bit. This is gonna be 1-hit KO whether you have 1 heart or 3, so this may be why he just decides to do this now.
Well, there's that, and then when he died that last time, the bomb had not exploded to enter Hype Cave, right? And so he lost one of his 2 bombs, so he could only go into the front.
Right, that's a really good point. And you know, maybe there's a bomb in Myers Shed. Of course, we know there isn't, but.
Yeah, so that's kind of rough there for Ace. So he's gonna go try again here. Murder Dactyl got him this last time. Yeah, like you mentioned, Ace was 100% saying that he did not want the inverted. So he was in the race room when him and Data were talking. he did not look happy when he found out that it was inverted today.
Okay, he's gonna get in here, get his arrows, and I believe there's like a small key or something, maybe a map. Oh, no, wait, the glove, the important thing.
Yeah, that glove's a big deal right there. If he wants, he can go farm some bombs up north around the Skull Woods area. There is that little kind of like where Dark Bonk Rocks would be. Ooh, big key to Desert Palace.
Yeah, I think Dataplate actually did grab some bombs out of that area. Looks like Ace is just gonna farm this 50-50 bush a little bit. Yeah, did we get anything interesting out of this Skullwood check? I didn't see what Data got there.
Big key to Desert Palace so far.
Okay.
But we don't know exactly what it is. Okay, for those people who are just joining in kind of wondering what the heck's going on, you're watching Inverted Key Sanity. So what it is we're starting in inverted mode and the keys have been shuffled along with everything else. Now that, unlike the open key sanity mode that we have it for this tournament, the GT Big is also shuffled. So that is somewhere in Hyrule, where we don't exactly know. That's why we're watching.
We also have the interesting point of, like, in the regular key sanity mode, the Castle Tower keys are in Agate Tower. Not so here, so... It means basically 2 things. 1, you're less likely to have to do Aga, but 2, if you find 2 Castle Tower small keys and you don't have Light World access, pretty good chance that you might have to do Aga Tower.
Yeah. That's one of those things that you're just gonna have to kind of watch. And the other thing with Aga Tower is Aga Tower is now where GT is in the vanilla game. And GT is now where Aga Tower was in the vanilla game. You know, that's why we call it inverted.
Well, among other reasons. Where you going, Ace?
I don't even think he knows right now. He's just like
he's
probably
having trouble. Yeah, like, yeah, I'm sure, you know, you get your tracker up, you got your I don't think Ace normally uses a map tracker. So, or at least he might use one for just seeing the location. So you're just like, okay, this is in logic. Why is this in logic? That is a thing. A berry in a bottle for dataplet. Honestly, kind of a mixed bag there on that fairy in the bottle. Because, yeah, it's nice for the safety, especially with only 3 hearts. but now your death warp completely gets, instead of being able to just take 1 or 2 hits and just go back to start if you want a death warp, now you've got the fairy in the bottle, and yeah. Oh, we got a moon pearl.
Moon pearl. All right, so there we go. That's one of the first things we need. Now we just need to find a hammer or some mitts. We can get some. We can get real fun. But
so,
just a piece of heart there.
Another thing to note, and we'll see if Ace does something similar. Dataplet used that stolen small key to get into into Skullwoods, into the other part of Skullwoods. I'm not a fan of that when you don't have. I mean, there's 3 small keys out there, and technically you need all 3 to get to Moth, but logically, but you actually don't need any if you don't spend that small key here. What you can do instead is you can do the drop down, which I think Ace might be doing. No, he's farming bombs first. Okay.
He's trying to get by this one little dude over here.
That too.
Yeah, little jumpy guy. If he can get by him, then he'll be all right, and he can kind of keep going on with the rest of the seed. But like right now, yeah, he's dealing with all of the fun of inverted at the moment.
This room, and this is one of those rooms that is what I would call a candidate for worst room in the game. Unlike my first love, Super Metroid, who has a well-established worst room in the game, there are various choices, and this is among them. He's doing a really nice job with it, though.
Yeah, you got.
But the point about the small keys is the way Dataplet routed Skullwoods is he will have to find another Skullwoods big key to get to the back. If you were to have dropped down instead, then he could have saved that small key from the pot, and then he doesn't have to worry about ever finding a Skullwoods small key. Now, the Skullwoods small keys will be available, assuming that this is a crystal, or if it's a required pendant. The Skullwoods keys will be available, but now you have to find them. So it's an extra gate. Ace does grab the key, but he's going to do a little extra here. I think he's going to do this one check in the back.
Yeah, we saw Data do this not that long ago.
Oh, he did this too, okay.
Yeah, it turns out to just be a map back here. So nothing too great as Data goes ahead and uses his fairy there in...
There's that fairy messing up your death warp.
It works out for him. It works out for him right there because in that case,
he wasn't ready for the death warp yet, so that worked out. You're right.
Yeah, that little that was one of the great Thieves Town specials of Surprise Isaacs Fire that just takes you out and you'd never even see it coming. So. But, all right, so we've kind of checked over most of this right now. Now, with this flute, we do have a couple of options. We can get to the pyramid without any trouble right now. There's also a chance that we can open up the very first chest of pod.
Yep, we can do that. We can flute to the mountain and go past the Lionels to get to Super Bunny Cave. Another fun little trek like the Murderdactyl trek that we already saw.
And Data's going to go ahead and use that potion shop right there, that item shop right there, pick up the blue potion, which gonna help him out a little bit depending on what he needs to get. He can't go this way. Wait, yes, he can. He's got the glove.
Yeah,
that's right.
Can't go this way without the glove.
Right. I forgot.
Yeah, and Ace doing what I talked about. He's saving that small key and gonna do this area without spending it. So if the Skullwood small keys are in a bad spot, and if Mothville is a required kill, that is going to be advantage Ace. Ace does get that Moon Pearl, so that's good. Now in the end, it might not matter. Those Skullwood small keys could be anywhere outside of GT. Might not, or if it's a pendant, you might not even need it.
Yeah, and then the one thing with beating Moth, since this is Key Sanity, you kind of have to remember that technically Moth does require all 3 small keys.
Yes. And
so jumping Moth early, while a lot of times, if that's in your route, that's something you want to do, but it also can lead to a bad case of, oh, this is now a pendant that I didn't need to do.
Okay, both runners into Death Mountain in the Dark World. Looks like Ace is going to go ahead and rescue the old man. Dataplet says, I'll do that later, especially with Flute.
Yeah, I mean, Ace is going to be out of logic here because without the lamp, like this is just not in logic by any means. But I mean, you could turn this could turn very quickly, and you find a lamp in, say, what's the other place there? Super Bunny Cave. Then you've got
there's some boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's a little scary for Ace, he's down to a half a heart here. He's gonna have to drag the old man all the way into the light world and right back to the area you're starting. He can't take a hit, and if he does take a hit, he will be back into that dark cave on either a death or a save and quit. So he is committed. He has to do this.
Yeah, and for Ace's case, you're really hoping that he gets all the way down with the old man and turns him in and then dies.
Yeah, dying after he turns the old man is perfectly fine. In fact, you might even just do it just to get the health back.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Super Bunny, just with money. Not a whole lot here.
Clutch fairy there on the ring of bushes there outside the portal. So Ace is going to be okay.
Yeah, he should be fine. He can take 2 hits. Fun fact, the old man makes you walk really, really slow. And if you happen to have boots and you try to run, he'll make you will make you run even slower. So there's some out of logic light world access for Ace.
Yeah, it's an interesting. Oh no, in logic now.
In logic now. Well, hopefully Dataplet takes that lamp and rescues the old man. Hopefully Ace goes into Castle Tower and gets his boots so he can get that lamp.
Yeah, we got a lot of places to go right now for this. So okay, Data's gonna take his flute. He's headed back up there, and yep, sure enough, gonna take that lamp and go. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be this, isn't it? Yep. All right. All right, let's get a look here on Spectacle Rock Cave over on Ace's side.
Yeah, is there something he wants there?
Must be, because I didn't see what it was.
Oh, it's a big key. Yeah, you grab that. I mean, it might be a worthless big key, but you grab it because you just don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no such thing as a worthless big key.
Okay, so Tower of Hera is, in my opinion, the most interesting big key in Key Sanity. You've got the fetch quest big keys, and it can be numbered among those. You've got because the Skullwoods and the Swamp are not even logically needed to complete their dungeons. The Ice Palace big key may as well not be needed logically to beat the dungeon, although it logically is required. But typically we don't care, so we just do Ice Palace anyway. And then you have to come back later and feel bad when there's something in there that you could have gotten much earlier. But the Hera key with Herapot if you have a hookshot, falls into that category. But if you don't have a hookshot, now it's just a regular big key that's required for your dungeon. So a lot of weird things can happen. And Ace not going to get his boots, which is really unfortunate because he's not going to be, he's going to be like, okay, where do I go now? He's going to have to double dip this area.
Hopefully, for Ace's sake, what happens here is he gets to Super Bunny Cave, and I mean he knows logic, right? So he knows that that hammer that he got doesn't make any sense right now.
Right.
And not seeing a lamp or anything like that, hopefully he goes, oh, okay, yeah, it's just going to be probably Aga Tower, and he just walks back there and gets it. We'll see.
Yeah, and the thing is, he maybe wanted that magic refill to have more shots to kill everything. Like the hammer works for that too, but it's not exactly ideal. We're gonna get a look at the Turtle Rock entry. Which is often not relevant in this mode, because with the mirror we can get into Turtle Rock without going up the front. Although we did have a seed earlier this tournament where the walking in that way was hard required. Okay, Ace is gonna miss those boots. This is really unfortunate. The fact that he rescuing the old man out of logic is really hurting him here, because the boots more so than the lamp, but not having that lamp is going to save Data some time as well. Or having that lamp is going to save Data some time as well.
Yeah, because we don't know exactly which way we're gonna figure out which way we're gonna do the like Desert Palace or something like this, which we're now seeing from data is a crystal, because that lamp could turn into being the reason why you can finish off Landmo or something like that.
We have the fire rod. Fire rod's fully in logic.
We do have the
so,
fire rod. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
The lamp is less of a big deal in that sense, but there's definitely going to be some things that dataplet's going to be able to do a lot easier than Ace. Right now, the bigger issue is just not having those boots early, and hopefully for his sake, he gets a Castle Tower key at some point to lead him back there. But what happens in Inverted is once you have Light World access, the whole world opens up. And
yeah,
how do you route it? And dataplet's going to have the boots for that entire world tour, and Ace is not.
Yeah, it's so hard because like the moment that you get light world access, if you're using a map tracker, your tracker
everything
goes from,
turns
like,
green.
yeah, like two dots that are green to the entire world is green, and then you're just like,
exactly.
Okay, how am I doing this?
Oh, nice refund on the bottle vendor. It's always fun when there's $100 there.
Go ahead and get your money back, not have to think about it here. So Ace is unfortunately still without any bombs.
Oh my god. And I wonder if Ace is just figuring that he probably just missed the lamp at Castle Tower and just figures, well, I have a fire rod, I don't need to worry about it. But little does he know.
Yeah, it's a bigger deal than the lamp.
Yeah, now if he gets a hook shot, that might clue him in to if he gets a hook shot, and then he'll see the lamp there. That could clue him into that the actual item in CT would be his boots. And as I agree with chat, CT a Castle Tower key making that more, like it's 2 items now.
Yeah, a couple of things back up there would definitely help him out. Yeah, if you get, I mean, that Castle Tower key might be like, hey, you should probably come back up here. You need to finish a couple of things and blah blah blah. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this is the question for Ace right now: is how long is it going to be until he gets those boots? Because I mean, unless there's something in Bonk Rocks or in King's Tomb or on one of the torches, technically he might not need them to complete the game.
Yeah, and in fact, in Key Sandy in general, the needing boots is a lot less common, just for those exact reasons. In a non-Key Sandy seed, you have the whole desert issue. And there's a reasonable chance that one of your keys is sitting on the desert torch, either the big key or the small key, and at least have the boots be logically required, if not hard required. But in Key Sandy, it could just be, literally anything sitting there on that torch. It could be with 5 other items that are literally anything. No guarantee those keys are in there. In fact, they're probably not. And you look at that torch and be like, okay, whatever. So there's only a handful of things that are actually gated by the boots, hard gated by the boots in this mode.
Oh, definitely. And since we were talking about like things that would maybe get Ace back up towards his boots, that he just picked up a mirror out of Blind's hut, right? Mm-hmm. And that mirror, once you get access to basically the east side of Death Mountain up there, that mirror gets you into the back of Turtle Rock. It gets you into a whole bunch of things. Now, we're going to need either mitts or we're going to need ourselves data trying to death warp here, not helping out. We're gonna need mitts or a hook shot to be able to get over there, but that mirror might get him up there sooner than later, as we find the big key of Thieves Town just sitting there in the forest there on the ground for Ace.
Yeah, Thieves Town can't even. I guess we could complete it with the hammer.
I mean, yeah. Do you want to?
No.
I mean,
absolutely not. Hammer blind on low hearts. In fact, that's one of the reasons why the organizers of the tournament turned this into Key Sandy mode, is because without Key Sandy mode, the need for a hammer blind fight with very low hearts before you even have light world access is relatively common. And the extra need for items to put things in logic in Thieves Town mitigates against that a little bit. So, yes, Ace could do it, but I mean, he doesn't have the small key either. So, I mean, at this point, I know he's one of the ones that's very much an advocate of not having to do that fight. So, I wouldn't expect to see him do it anytime soon.
Yeah, it's like you mentioned. Remember, kids, without the small key, blind is not technically in logic.
That is correct.
As Data goes ahead and does a little cross key bonk in here, and he's going to get himself over to this other side of the world, so he can just quickly take his brand new boots and such, and come over here and check Graveyard Ledge and a couple of other things. So we're going to have a bit of a high five, I think, coming up here in the basement of Hyrule Castle, I imagine.
Yeah, could be. We did see a small key to Hera in the Sanctuary for Ace. What I'm a little surprised. What you see a lot of times, and this may be what dataplet decides to do, is instead of walking into the Sanctuary there, because you're never going to start there, because you're going to start in the Dark Sanctuary where the little octopus guy is. What I think dataplet's going to do is he's going to check the back, and then he's just going to walk out like this is a standard mode. Yeah, and that way he doesn't have to save and quit out of here. And saving and quitting. Yeah, I think this is better.
Yeah, that's like the more standard play. I think that's just kind of one thing. Like Ace was mentioning, he didn't really want inverted. I mean, we've seen from just the kind of the early start that he's not super comfortable with a lot of it, you know. So yeah, this is just one of those. Oh right, I probably shouldn't have done it this way modes that he'll find out later.
Yeah, so he's gonna save and quit, and let's see where he starts off.
Oh, small key to Tower of Hera, there in the Sanctuary. That's one of those that you're glad that you have before you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When Ace picked that up earlier, so we have all the keys for Hera. We can do everything in Hera. We have Fire Source. We have we can do everything because that hammer will kill Moldorm. And unlike the blind fight, the hammer Moldorm fight is better or equal to, depending on what your sword is, for that fight.
Ace is not going to miss that compass out of Bonk Rock, so that's one thing that boots are not going to be required for.
Yeah, don't have to worry about Bonk Rock. I didn't see what was... Oh, wait, we can't do King's Tomb yet. King's Tomb, one of the few... Actually, the only location inverted that is hard required to have mitts for. Everything else has an alternative, though, like... You know, sometimes, I mean, there are times that mitts will be hard required for those locations, but there's always another item that will get you to them.
So quick look over here. We're over at Saha's area there. We got Misery Mire as our green pendant today, and we're going to get the 3 items out of the back here once Ace can pick up his bomb. And we're going to see that he has found a small key to Thieves Town. Okay,
so now Thieves Town in logic. Oh, small key to Swamp House. That's a biggie. Was the other one a Skull Woods? I saw an S.
The other one was an Ice Palace one.
Ice Palace. Okay, so I did not see an S.
Yeah, we got 3 keys there out of the back though, so that's an interesting little Saha's place, because in inverted, that one of the hard things about inverted is there's lots of little places like that where it's just hard to get to. The flute makes it a lot easier now because you can flute to 5 and come over here, but it might take Data quite a while to come over to this area.
And Ace is going to do an early dip into Eastern Palace. I know this is the kind of play he likes. Yeah, so, you know, if something good comes out of this, it might be a while. We do see it's a crystal, so we will have to come back with a bow and a big key.
This is a feels bad moment that he doesn't have boots in here.
Oh, I know. Boots makes this so much nicer. Now we don't have a sword either, so you know the boots making it better is also makes it worse because we don't have a sword. But I'd rather have boots no sword than be walking everywhere.
Right. As Dataplet goes ahead, gets his mirror and Misery Mire big key down here in Blind's Hut. Couple of small keys there of note, but just like a GT smalls, so I mean, which are good, but like not super likely to help. It's one of those things that if we're in late game and we're still not finding the GT big key, that's when you start looking at how many GT smalls you have.
Yeah, you can full clear if you do it right, GT basement with 2 small keys. So if it comes down to finding a GT big key in the basement, you want to have 2 of those small keys. I've seen a couple of races with the regular key sanity mode where the GT big key is guaranteed to be in there, where those small keys definitely play a role. Where you're like, okay, those don't have to be. Unlike you know,
Right.
in both the cases that I saw, there were plenty in the dungeon, but they didn't have to be there.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. I kind of feel like a lot of times the game's got to tell you exactly where something is with those keys. You know, it's like which room is it likely to be in?
Yeah.
So Ace goes ahead, picks up some powder here out of Eastern. So far, that's been it for him. So
Yeah, and now well, I mean, these are technically in logic. He just doesn't realize it. This last check. To me, this is the easiest dark room in the game. It's one of the few dark rooms that I think, even without a thing to see by, is still pretty darn easy. But 4 hearts green mill, you know, it's not exactly ideal. He may not want to do the little deboost into the pots. He might want to kill the enemies instead. We'll see. Or I guess he could pick up the pots and grab some hearts that way. No, he's just gonna go for it and takes 1.5 hearts of damage, which is exactly what he could take. All for a Skullwood small key.
see, that fairy he had that fairy just sitting there just in case.
Yeah, that's right. He
Didn't
did have
even
that
need it.
fairy. Okay, I did not realize. I've never realized that the Eastern and Pod were that desynced because I'm so used to mirroring from Pod to Eastern. But apparently, if you mirror too high in Eastern and inverted, you will not actually be in the right spot for Pod. And leaving that portal is not exactly ideal either, because I'm afraid he might walk into that with Kiki. That's not good.
I'm very concerned about that as well.
Yeah. I don't know if it'll work if he picks up a bomb. Like if you pick up an item, yep. And Kiki is gonna disappear. Bye, Kiki.
How much money does he have again? Oh,
he's got plenty of money. Money's not an issue, but he's just put the portal in the same place. The same thing's gonna happen. Ace, no.
But all right, so we're gonna go for attempt number 2 now. Over on Data's side, he's using a little bit of the game knowledge here of inverted mode to go ahead and know that you can pick up the smiths just by mirroring in this mode. And Ace picks up a bomb. Yeah. Hey, that works. All right, so Kiki's gonna let him in. He's gonna mirror back.
Last.
It's gonna open.
It's frozen. There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, well done, Ace.
I
didn't realize he had 2 pod smalls. He can do a whole lot with 2 pod smalls here.
You can do a bit, yeah. Now Data is. I didn't see him get anything from the Smith because I was too busy watching Ace manage to get through that portal. But Data's going ahead. He's going to do hammer pegs here real quick. Going to give us a check. See that it's just a piece of heart. And on 5 hearts, 5 hearts green mail right now. Yeah, going to go ahead and grab that.
Yeah, I also like to point out the sadness of hammer pegs with boots and no sword. No item dashing.
Yeah, that's a rough one right there. As we get a key to Turtle Rock, which usually you'd get really happy about in Key Sanity, but in inverted Key Sanity, you just kind of shrug your shoulders and go, I didn't really need this.
You need one.
Thanks. You need one.
I think you can, if you do it right, I think you can actually full clear on just one, because every time you go up through the doors, you don't actually open up through the stairs, through the doors. You don't actually use a key. Yeah. The logic does take that into account in the sense of, if you can do, like, you can go from the entrance, from the Laser Eyes entrance, and all the way to Chain Chomps without using a key. So even if you have no keys, even if you accidentally use a key when you get up there, it's still in logic to go back there because you never need a key for that. Oh my god, there's a bow and pod!
Because of course there's a bow and pod. I mean, some things just never change.
Yeah. And, you know, I was wondering if Ace would mimic clip. Well, now we know he'll go check those items. He doesn't need to mimic clip.
I got really excited there for a second because I saw a big key pop out of the purple chest, but then it was the big key to Swamp Palace, and I got less excited.
Yeah, one of those fetch quest big keys that you'd rather have before you do the dungeon, so you don't ever have to think about it again. But if you never ever see the Swamp Small, you're also perfectly happy with that too.
Yep. And Ace going ahead and deciding that, you know what, I'm gonna do a little hammer yumping here. So he's gonna set this up. He did pick up a cape out of the basically rupee basement here in Pod. That's there's nothing on Bumper Ledge. I believe we saw that, but
yeah, we saw it.
At this point, we might need it for Spike Cave. I mean, we're talking about things
logically.
that would help.
Yeah, I mean, Spike Cave, they have a bottle. So Spike Cave, 14 hearts will get you through Spike Cave with full health. If you have a fairy in a bottle, you can cut that in half between the fairy revive and the iframes. From the fairy revive is actually pretty comfy, more comfy than just the regular 14 heart version. Or you just buy a potion and do it that way. So there are ways around a cape that is logically needed for a Spike Cave. Oh, there's our sword.
Well, there's two swords actually. There was a sword in Dark Maze that Ace picked up.
Oh, nice.
So
yeah, I was about to say he did a really nice job of navigating that Dark Maze without a sword. I won't touch the Dark Maze without a sword if I don't have a lamp.
So he got to the first chest there, coming from the hammer yump side there, coming from the big key chest. It's getting to the first chest is easy enough, but then it gets difficult. The first chest though just went ahead and was like, okay, here's a sword, so
just made it that much easier.
It's gonna be a little easier now. Ether on the mini Moldorm
yeah,
cave.
this won't take long. That's I often forget to even bother with that. Of course, how often do you in a regular mode, how often do you have a medallion and a sword to use with it this early?
Right. Yeah. No, it's pretty crazy though that. So there's our hook shot.
Hook shot.
Mini
Okay.
Moldorm cave. So we got a hook shot. We got a book, which is huge, and we got the small key to Desert Palace. And there's the big key to Pod.
But Ace doesn't have another small key. Can't finish the dungeon. Ace, no, you can't finish this. You can't finish this.
He's gonna try. This is gonna feel bad in a second. He's remembering. He's remembering. Everything's okay. He's doing the dance of anger right there.
Yep.
Oh, come on. But
I mean, it's still good to find. So he knows that when he comes back to Pod. I mean, next time you have a small key. Assuming Pod is a crystal, it wouldn't surprise me if he just finishes it, regardless of what else. I mean, because 2 keys will pretty much, with hammer jump and even opening the front door. I mean, it just gets you so much of the dungeon, even though not all of it's in logic. Oh my God, Ace jumping right into the rope. Okay,
you gotta be careful when you jump there for sure.
Yeah, dataplet looks like he's gonna go maybe do some Turtle Rock shenanigans.
Yeah, we've got a mountain with a whole bunch of checks there.
Yeah, we really do.
Climb it. Yeah, we got to climb it like 700 times. We see that. Okay, we got our another pendant over at Turtle Rock right there. Our 5, 6 are like we already knew that.
We might not need a Cane of Samaria.
That is interesting. Yeah, we actually I'm almost like it's likely that we don't need a Cane of Samaria. I don't know. We'll see. It's like it locks GT. It locks what is the other one?
Hey, watch Turtle Rock and Back of Mire. They're both pendants, and in Sandy, it's a little less likely.
Only the front of Turtle Rock and then the right side of GT.
Oh, so, yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, Turtle Rock is, there's a lot of things you can do in Turtle Rock and inverted without a Cane of Samaria.
Yeah, so we're gonna see if this turns into something here, because we got a little bit of time here. So Ace is picking up a little bit of money from the bush grab. He's gonna make his way over towards Mini Moldorm Cave. Dataplet's picking up a whole bunch of money and finally finding out where our hearts are here in Paradox Cave.
Now the really interesting question here, when Ace goes to gets his hook shot he's about to get right now. He's probably going to take this back up here to the mountain and do Hookshot Cave as part of, his mountain clear. When he sees that lamp, is that going to put a light bulb off on his head to say, you know what? That puts my hammer in logic, thus my Dark World in logic. Therefore, the only thing that would get me that lamp that I didn't already have is the boots. What was in logic? What could I have done to get those boots? One of those locations was that pod... first chest and pod that he's already done. So he's got to be, the wheels might turn to get him back into Castle Tower for those boots.
I mean, you hope so. I mean, you really do hope so.
You hope so. There's no guarantee. He might just say, okay, he might just be confused. He might have forgotten by now. Like by the time you get to this point, a lot has happened. You don't always remember all those little details. And, map trackers only can do so much. They don't, once you mark an item, there's no way, I've never seen a map tracker where you could say, hey, I got this item out of logic, therefore keep track of that for me.
Yeah, no. There's certain things that you still have to do yourself in this game here. Yeah,
thank goodness.
Yeah, true. As we get a map to Skull Woods there, half magic out of Hookshot Cave over on Data's side, so gonna be a couple of good things.
Yeah, half magic is super nice. I mean, not required, but you never turn it down. We got Hyrule Castle small key as well, which at this point we don't care about because we have Glove to do all the sides of Hyrule Castle if we want to. New Dataplet's already done all of it anyway, so.
True, and the other thing is that that Hyrule Castle small key is kind of a weird one. It unlocks the Boomerang chest and Zelda cell, but that's kind of it.
Yeah, logically it unlocks those, and you know the without gloves, which wouldn't happen in inverted. I think unless it's an Agaseed, could make you go all the way to the back of Escape if you have the small key and the lamp, or a small key and a fire rod. Ace gonna do Thieves Town without the boots. Hasn't done Hookshot Cave, so doesn't know about that lamp situation yet. I happen to know this is he really hates Thieves Town without boots, so maybe a little surprised he's doing this here. But I mean, it's fully in logic. He's got all the keys. He's got the hammer. He's not gonna leave anything behind. Blind script is blind script, and he's well adept at that. So.
Well, yeah, and on top of that, he's got a cape. So worst case scenario, things go a little sideways in there. He can just hide, and take care of it that way. Data's gonna make his way up towards Moldorm here. First, we just did a Harapot. First, we gotta come in here and do this. Big chest not having anything, so that Hera big key that we found ages ago not gonna turn into it. But we do get a little blue mail there.
Blue mail's nice. Which looks like is that a I don't remember which one's map compass or other things. Looks like it's a brown color for this Link sprite.
Oh, you're looking at Vanilla Link, right?
It's Ice Cream Link.
Yeah,
I love this sprite.
Link. He's Chocolate Link now.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Link recolors. I myself like to play Tunic Color Link. It's a nice alternative to just playing the vanilla sprite for someone that wants to have the visual cues of the vanilla sprite.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if you're an NMG player, that's why I think there's a good reason why you see most NMG players play with that. Moldorm proved to be absolutely no trouble for Dataplet at all. As he takes him down, he gets crystal number 1 here just after the 41-minute mark. Yeah, no, the sprites in this game, honestly, was one of the reasons I think I got into this, because all of a sudden I laughed at, I remember looking at it one time, and then somebody was playing as a completely different sprite, and I went, wait, what, you can do that?
Yeah, one of my, I always talk about this with the sprites, one of my favorite things about the different sprites in Link to the Past is that not even so much the actual sprite themselves, but all the extra details. Pulling, pushing, swimming, the bunny sprite, all those little details that the sprite creators just do such a nice job on. Recently, there was a Kefka sprite from Final Fantasy VI, and for those of you that know that game, there's the Ultros character that likes to show up, and the swimming sprite had him riding Ultros, so...
Oh man, they're fantastic. They're fantastic there. Twilight Princess Zelda for the win, though. I'm just going to say that right now, and nobody will ever convince me otherwise. Ace is into his blind fight right now, just having...
Already, yeah, he's having no trouble. Already on phase 3. Perfect script.
Yeah, and takes him down, and we're going to get
anything in here? We got a crystal, yay!
We got a crystal. Data didn't really get anything out of Hera either, so he's off to probably go and...
Yep, so both got a crystal dungeon, and both got an otherwise useless crystal dungeon, so there you go.
First, we're going to go do Mimic Cave, and then I guess we're going to go that side of TR first. Probably go check out Lava Chest here in a second and check out Chomp's room.
Is this a Skull Woods play for Ace?
He's going that way.
I think he's going for Skull Woods. I mean, 4 Hearts, Green Mail Moth, not anybody's favorite fight, but Ace says, I have a Master Sword, I have a Fire Rod, let's go for it.
All right, so I'm going to tell you right now, Data just found something that Ace might really appreciate there. At a Mimic Cave, he just found a Castle Tower small. So that's kind of a big deal right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal for dataplet. I mean, unless the second item in Castle Tower is something. What would be interesting, Ace will have that extra incentive to go do Castle Tower because it'll be 2 items for him, where only is right now 1 item for dataplet. Something that could really get Ace back into this race is if the second item there is important, and he goes in there with the key.
Oh man, I have to sit here and look at Ace just casually walking into Skullwoods.
I know, right?
With 3 hearts green mail at the moment. Just being like, yeah, you know what? I got this. It's not a problem. I know he's got a fairy.
He's got a fairy that'll help. But that's still not a lot of hits you can take here because it's 2 hearts. So once you use that fairy up with the first 2 hits up from Moth, you know, ideally you'd get hit by a spike instead.
He really wanted that.
Gets 2 more hits.
Dead. Yeah, he wanted that Gibdo dead apparently because he went and killed it with the skis, and then all right, down to 1 heart. Hey, it takes the death.
Okay, the fairy's gonna save him for now. Okay, 1 more hit. Yeah. Actually, you know, it's surviving it and using the fairy is not a bad trade-off because, you know, I mean, you have mirrors, so death warping's not so much a thing, but you know, you probably don't need the fairy again later.
I mean, to be honest, Ace just kind of showing why when I saw him pulled into my group, I kind of said a few bad words.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, I could have gotten a draw that I liked a little more there, but like, so we're going to be moving on here. Dataplet is on to Spiral Cave because the one thing with Inverted that's just everybody's favorite thing about it is once you get this mirror and you open up east side of Death Mountain, you've just got to climb and climb and climb and climb and climb again.
Yeah, it's really hard to route Inverted. I don't know that there's such thing as a good route. There's probably just some less bad routes.
Yeah, you just kind of do it. You just kind of do it and you complain about it later.
Okay, so is Ace going to go into Castle Tower now, or is he going to go... I think maybe not. Probably going to...
He's got the mirror, so like if he goes to Hera, he can just mirror in front of Hera and go directly.
Okay, so he's going to do this stuff over to the. He's going to go do this stuff over to the east first in the light world. This could end with him in Castle Tower, especially if he reads the logic properly. If he reads the logic properly, then I believe he hasn't checked Catfish, so he'll know that like Catfish and
just go
actually
around, Ace. Just go around
that way. Oh, wait, what? He's got another fairy. Okay.
He's got another fairy.
I didn't see. We missed that. Maybe that was in pod somewhere.
I just missed what was the bottom chest of
I did too.
Laser Bridge here. It's some sort of text box. So
yeah. Okay. So key or a compass or a map. I just saw a compass.
Big. Oh, it's a big one.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Ace will get that. It'll be his second dip into Eastern.
Yeah.
We're guaranteed that, well, the bow actually already did this, but guaranteed not the triple dip is at least kind of nice.
That's true. That's true. So we find out today that we know all of our pendants, pod being another green pendant. Not another green pendant, another pendant. So there we go.
2 green pendants? That's interesting.
Yeah, we're just gonna break the seed open. You know, we're gonna be a little confused. Is all. It's all good. So Ace knowing where that last pendant is I'm trying to think how helpful that is. I mean, he's already been in there, so as long as nothing is in any of the 6 locked chests there, things are probably pretty good for him there.
What did he? Yeah. So he won't have had won't have done the big chest because he didn't have the big key. He won't have done Harmless Hellway. He won't have done big key chest.
Big chest, yeah.
Yeah, big chest, big key chest. So and of course Helma. So I don't think Ace goes back to pod unless A has lots more pod keys, and B, like there's not much left otherwise. Misery Mire Small.
Yeah,
I'm sure Data got that already, but
oh yeah. He goes back to pod only if there's. How did that hit? Wow, that was a heck of a spooky there from Data. Yeah, I just all of a sudden see Data walk in, fire right, and then the Gibdo at the top of the screen explode. So it makes perfect sense, game.
Data's gonna have a slightly nicer fight here. He's got blue mail, so he's a little bit safer, and a few more hearts.
Yeah, half magic as well. So if he wants to just light Moth up, he's gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the fire rod on Moth. In fact, when I was a kid, I thought that's how you were supposed to kill him, when you get the fire rod in the dungeon. So of course, that's what you're supposed to use. I didn't even know you could use a sword.
Right, of course. Like, why would you use anything besides a fire rod in there? I mean, you just walk in there and just burn them up. Oh, Ace doing the old style, pixel dependent Terrapot here. He's trying to move over exactly one more pixel, and
looks like he has
gets it there. So yeah, he's gonna be all right. Man, there's so many different ways of doing Terrapot.
There really are.
Yeah, it makes things a bit on the rough side for sure. But now we are going on Data's side. Is this going to be a Swamp Palace, Desert Palace play? Oh, no, it's not a Swamp Palace play because we don't have flippers, as he just showed us.
He might, I mean, I wonder if he was thinking about Swamp and then fell into the water and like, oh yeah, I can't do that.
I have never
sure
done
looks like he was, never.
Never.
We can check Bombo's tablet though.
But
also noting that book hard required for Desert here, and since Desert is a crystal, hard required for this scene. Thanks, game.
That's a shovel. So
that
let's
is a
go
shovel.
Check that in a few minutes, I suppose.
Yep.
Well, so Data's gonna go ahead and do this. That's gonna be Ace's third crystal. So we're this is the one thing about inverted. It kind of starts really difficult.
Yep.
Really difficult, and then the middle is kind of finding things, and then the end is over in like 10 seconds. Because once you hit go mode, it goes unbelievably fast.
Especially in Key Sanity, and anytime you don't have to dig out the GT Big Key in Ganon's Tower, just to climb away.
That is another Mire key here as we get a big key to GT in Desert. So that's on the way there. So we are flippers from no mode basically at this point, from us knowing everything that the runners need to do. Now, for Data, he still needs to go to pod and get his bow.
Assuming there isn't another available bow somewhere.
Yeah, assuming there's not one like right next door, of course, yeah. But we'll see exactly.
Just arrows on the torch, so Ace won't be missing those if he doesn't get his boots. We'll see if he mirrors right after this play to do the front of Castle Tower, or if he goes and does the rest of the Eastern stuff first. Oh, there's our flippers.
Okay, well, say goodbye to boots, because it does not seem like we're gonna get them today.
Not yet. Not yet. I mean, the Castle Tower small key could still get him back there, and if he reads the logic with the lamp, that could get him back there too. But if neither of those happens, Ace is gonna be without boots, and he's gonna be sad.
Yeah, we're gonna find out here. So he's gonna go. He's at least gonna get his Eastern big here out of GT.
Or
not GTTR, Laser Bridge. Tired. Sorry.
It's okay. I know you're in a weird time zone, so.
Just a slight difference. All right, so we're gonna get a Landmo kill over here. And
Fire Rod half magic won't take dataplet very long to do.
Yeah, I think Data's gonna start hoping that he finds another sword here soon. But now, unfortunately for Data, is we know where the other sword is, and he's not gonna likely get that until after he gets his bow.
Yeah,
so how many pod keys? He's got 4 pod keys too, so that bow's in logic.
Yeah, if he ends up bow mode, he's not getting that sword.
No.
He'll have to hope for another sword elsewhere.
Yeah, he'll grab it and then just immediately go as Ace flutes away, leaves his castle tower key, leaves his other stuff. I mean, leaves his
boots. I'm really surprised he didn't do Hookshot Cave. The rest of it, yeah, whatever.
Maybe he just forgot?
I don't know. I mean, he can still finish the seed, most likely. He's just going to be slower. And, you know, with that bow in such a bad spot, if the other bow is in GT somewhere, you still got a nice advantage there. But, you know, not having boots for basically an entire seed while your opponent has them is not exactly an ideal recipe for winning a race.
Tracy, can you help me with something real fast? Or maybe chat, maybe Tracker here as well. Where was the thieves down Big Key?
I want to say Pod Eastern area? I'm not sure.
Because it's not on the tracker, and Data is now rushing towards the back.
Okay, no, he has it then. He's not.
Makes me think that he has it, and the tracker just ate something. Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, wasn't it someplace like obvious, like at the really beginning?
Yeah, it was relatively early on. It was the small key that wasn't. Yeah, he doesn't have the small key. That's not going to matter. There was nothing in the big chest.
Wait, he doesn't have the small key? Yeah, he doesn't have the small key. So the small key was in... Oh, because it's right. That's over in the... Yeah, so Data also needs the Swamp Small, and that's over at Sasha.
Yeah, right. Because we had the Saha keys. We had like 3 keys in Saha, and the 2 of them weren't like relevant. Now, the Thieves Town one only relevant logically unless there's something in the big chest. We know there isn't. Swamp key, very, very relevant because you're not getting into Swamp without that small key.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're gonna take a quick second here to say thank you to our tracker today, Iwala Koala there, who's clicking the buttons there.
Doing the hard work.
Yeah, so the software that SpeedGaming uses here can be a little finicky at times. So every once in a while you'll click it and then things won't show up. Just wanted to say big thank you for actually doing the hard work today.
Yeah, trackers always the MVPs of our tournaments. Can't do it without them.
Definitely. Yeah, it's surprisingly easy to do what we do, I think.
Yeah, I
tracking
is
fun. Difficult.
Like,
yeah.
If I found this hard, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do something hard, you know?
I can sit here and just talk about some other stuff. It's good stuff. You know?
I mean, you're letting me talk about Link to the Past? Like, how is that bad? You know?
Yeah, no, I'm good here. Oh wait, no, okay, now hold on. Ace being in desert here, is this gonna put Ace into go mode?
Let's see. He has Eastern Big, he has Desert Big, he has a pod we don't care about. We don't care about Swamp Big, yeah?
Yes, this is gonna put Ace into go mode.
Okay, well, this is interesting because how long does it take dataplet to find the bow or a bow versus Ace traveling the seed without boots? Because he ain't getting them.
This is crazy. This is such a crazy thing right here. Oh, Data moving off center there on this blind script here. Probably should be all right though. All right. Well, we're losing the script, but I still don't think Data's in any real danger here.
Blue mail. He's already in the 3rd phase. Yeah, no, it's fine. I think he probably still has fairies. Like, I have no idea how many bottles these guys have at this point. Very easy to lose track of. Ace has his flippers. That's it. That's all he needs. We don't need myths in this mode. Yeah.
God, this is going to be a real fast seed. This is crazy. This is where at 57 minutes, we just hit go mode on an inverted key sanity. And Ace has got to go to Swamp and Eastern and Ice Palace.
Ice, yep. What order do you even do those in?
I mean, if I'm in go mode, how many hearts do I have? You've got 7 hearts.
He doesn't care.
I know he doesn't care, but at the same time, just like, jeez.
I mean, when we co-op our SMG3 stuff, Yeah, heart cadeas, heart pieces. No, I don't need them.
I mean, the sword difference might actually turn into a substantial one because it looks like Data's going the right. Nope,
No,
was
he's doing
going the
flips.
right direction.
We're gonna see flips checks first.
I mean, he lands a silvers or a bow here. I mean, this is something right there.
Yep. Yeah, I can't. Because of the boots advantage dataplet has, I can't judge a lead even with Ace having go mode.
Yeah, I got nothing here right now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Ace has still got to finish off. I mean, 2 of the dungeons that he finishes off are not greatly helped by boots. One of them very much is, but he's already been in it, so he's not like he's got to. I mean,
right.
This is rough. It really kind of comes down to just because Data also has a 1 crystal, okay, a 0 crystal lead over this. This is insane right here. I mean, you got to give it to Ace just because he's in go mode, and Data's not. So Data's still checking things right now. Now, if Data happens to just flop into a sword, not a sword, into a bow right here, he's going to be in go mode in like 2 seconds because that'll pull him over to the eastern area.
Now, the only scary thing for Ace right now, and maybe he buys a potion to mitigate this, is he's not going to get half magic, he's not going to get a lamp, and he may not get silvers. We don't know where they are. He's going to have to do a silverless Ganon with a fire rod torch glitch with not a whole lot of extra magic. So we'll see if he. First of all, does he even know that because you're not going to Light World Potion Shop for a potion. That's slow. Like you're just not. So does he know that potion shop is where it is and buy a potion there, or is he just gonna go for it? Now, fortunately, with tempered sword, it's not nearly as bad. Whereas if you have the master sword, no magic extension, silverless fight, that's really scary because you have to get triples every single time. You can maybe miss 1 or 2 if you get 1 or 2 early shots in before the torches actually go out.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. So we're going. So Data went ahead. He found the Ice Palace big key. There. So chances are that's where we're headed.
Yeah,
next.
I think that's a good choice for dataplet in his situation. I think Ice Palace is a good call for him.
I mean, unfortunately, I mean, it's.
That's nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's really nice for Ace. I was gonna say we don't need the Cane of Samaria, but oh my god, that's gonna save him so much time on Ice Palace. Actually, no. You know what? It's okay.
Why not?
It's gonna save him about 15 seconds because he's in go mode. But the difference is dataplet is gonna full clear this without Cane.
Right.
So dataplet's not getting Cane. He's gonna full clear this. So dataplet. I think the bigger deal is dataplet loses about 2 or 3 minutes, not having that Cane.
Yeah.
As opposed to Ace, whereas Ace is like, okay, I can now Icebreaker. I can do this. It's only about 15 seconds faster in go mode. It does get him extra checks. So if silvers are on this path, he's gonna get them.
Right. Yeah. So he's real set right now. If you've just come in, what you're looking at is on the left side of the screen. AceZer0 there. He is sitting. He's sitting pretty right now. He's in go mode. He's gonna open up a couple of things on the way just to see if he can get a little bit of an easier go mode. If silvers happen to fall into his lap, he's gonna say thank you. On the right side, you got dataplet right now, who's very nearly there. He's missing both a bow and the Swamp Palace Small, which we know are over in the kind of the Eastern Palace area. If Data gets over there quickly, this might tighten up. But right now, this is kind of looking like Ace's race.
Yeah, the edge that Data has, and the reason why this is not a race that's over already. Dataplet got the boots in the first check of Castle Tower. Ace did not get that. Dataplet also has a lamp, which is a small consequence, except for that torch glitch issue if we don't find silvers. Yeah, those are the things he has. But the boots, it makes you go faster. So, he's going to get to the things that he needs to get to a little bit faster in the sense of just movement. Big fan of this bomb strat the dataplet just used in the Pen Gator room.
So much fun. So much fun to do that. Absolutely crazy. But it's just a ton of fun here. So Ace is gonna go ahead. He's into his Argus fight already. This is you're seeing the fun of go moding Swamp right now. So Data and Ace basically entered the dungeon at around the same time. Well, their respective dungeon at about the same time here. And Ace is basically done. Data's about halfway.
Yeah.
So, not going to be silvers there, but gets another crystal. That's crystal number 5. So, I think we're going to take a quick right out of this dungeon, head on over to Ice Palace.
Yeah. For Ace, I think Ice Palace makes a little bit more sense because you're not checking anything new I mean, maybe you check the big chest of Eastern on your way to the back. It's on path. It could be your silvers. You know, why not?
I check it.
I think it's so on path. I think you check it. Ace, where are you going? Oh, he's okay. Looks like there was a little bit of hesitation there. Ice Palace, you're gonna check. You know, these locations that Data just checked. You're not doing Ice Tea by any stretch. You're probably not doing the first chest with, I guess, what is it? The compass, I think, is the first chest. Because it's a little out of the way. You're probably not going. You're probably doing 2 of the chests. You're not doing the one with where you pick up the rock. Because that's slow. Well, no, he's got a small key. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to grab a small key. He might anyway, but
yeah,
it's a little slower to go get the item. You're probably not doing this check here because you are going to be doing Fire Rod. And you need to have a full magic bar. You're not going to want to waste it. And he doesn't have the big key, so he's not doing this check. Oh, and there's a bow for a dataplet.
Oh, a bow in the big chest. Okay, so that's
Ace
helping.
is
That
not.
helps out.
Yeah, Ace ain't getting silvers.
No,
he doesn't even
definitely.
have that big key to get them.
Well, that means Data's not getting silvers either, though.
No, Data's not getting silvers because Go Mode will be the Swamp Small.
Yeah, and
which will be probably where he heads next.
Yeah, so I mean, this is still
anybody's race because you know that boots advantage.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, you still would rather be Ace right now, but it's not as big of a deal.
Yeah, it's a race again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it never wasn't a race because you know that second bow being in wherever it was always going to be a factor.
I mean, what's going to happen here is Data's going to go immediately after this. He's going to go finish Eastern, but he's going to full clear it. I can't imagine that he's going to go and check Saha first. If he does, fantastic.
He'll be very happy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where I think you have the gloves. Eastern is 6 items. 4 of them are relatively decently enough on path. The only one that's really out of the way is the big key chest, which I could definitely see him skipping in this situation where it's just 1 item for Go Mode. So you're not losing a ton of time doing Eastern first. And then you get your three small keys in the back of Saha.
See, the thing is, you'd feel real bad if you went to Saha first and there's nothing, and then you walk into Eastern and it's in the chest.
And Ace gets into Cold Stare shortly after Dataplet.
And then he's going to have an easier fight, too, because
he's got the Tempered Sword.
Yeah. So we got 2 puffs down over on Data, 2 puffs down on Ace's side, 3 puffs down over on Ace's side. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's just like in the time that Data was into Ice Palace, Ace was able to go mode both Swamp and Ice Palace there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have crystals being held up in the air on both screens there. But Ace has got six done, and Data's only got 5.
And yeah, we don't know where the 4th sword is. We know where 1 sword is. It's in pod. Data's not getting it. That 4th sword being on path for Dataplet in, say, GT is going to matter. If he even checks... Well, no. If you're Dataplet, you're checking everything on path for a sword. Again, probably not going... Like, if he does do Saha first here, probably not going to do, say... again, the big key chest for it. That's pretty far out of the way. But, you know, he's more invested in checking things for silvers. He's got more on his path. Ace has, he has the big chest and the top 4 of GT. That's what's on his path.
Yeah, basically. I mean, there's not a whole lot left here. So, I mean, for Data's gonna kind of need Ace to make a large mistake in GT,
Yeah.
or on Ganon,
Yeah, and the biggest thing,
another sword's gonna have to show up, I think.
yeah, the biggest thing for Ace again, how he handles that Ganon fight without the lamp for an easy torch glitch, and without half magic to just have like basically unlimited magic.
Yeah, I mean, if
But
I'm Ace,
is probably not, you know, if Dataplet doesn't get that gold sword, there's also not a whole lot on path for him either. We know there's nothing in Eastern unless there's something in the big chest.
it's huge is the right now for that sword difference, because I mean the difference between a Master Sword Silverless fight and just a Tempered Sword Silverless is one of the largest things in the game.
Yep.
Like it's a good 3 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Easily.
Yeah, and there's that fairy in the bottle that Ace had that we didn't notice it was in Eastern.
Yeah, we knew he had one, and then the second one.
Then he got a second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, in terms of going through Eastern, Dataplet not gonna be that much further behind. We'll see if he skips let's see if he does the big key chest. I'm really curious. Also curious what's in this big chest.
Well,
Ace decided, nope, I'm not doing it. It's just 5 rupees. So Ace, very smart to have skipped it.
Yeah, and Data can't skip anything right now. Like he's one item from Go mode. You skip at one thing right now, and it turns out to be the thing.
It's quite a gamble to skip this location, because coming back to it is so much more time.
I mean, if you're feeling behind, and here's the thing, I don't know if Data's feeling behind. Like
no, he should no. He has played this seed very well. Yeah, I don't think he should feel behind. When he finds that swamp small, I still don't think he should feel behind.
I mean, I signed up for this thinking that, inverted keys and stuff like that, we were going to get, probably a decent length seed here. And
nope.
Instead, we're going to be done before 120 likely. I mean, Ace is going to take a few extra seconds here. If I'm him, I really think about walking up to the potion shop right now, just because of the direction you're headed.
But he's not. I know Ace. This doesn't surprise me at all. But he's gonna play it dangerously.
I mean, aggressive is the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, when you hit a jet for a seed, and I think they both hit a jet. They just hit different jets. You're also worried that your opponent hit it as well.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. You start thinking to yourself, like, is there something that my opponent could have done faster? Mm-hmm. I mean,
in Ace's case, does my opponent have boots?
I mean, yes, but
I mean, imagine if Ace had done. Imagine the route that starts with what Dataplet did on the mountain, gets your boots, gets your lamp, and then goes to what Ace did with the pot Eastern play. Like, that's the real jet.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, all right. So in Ace goes here. He's down to 2 arrows. This isn't ideal.
Okay, I like that he shoots the mimic first, because the scary thing in this room is, there are arrows in those pots, but guess what? Those pots really like to despawn their arrows.
Yeah, and I was actually really worried, because that laser shot just as he did it, and Data is about to hit go mode in 2 seconds once he goes to the right chest. Your other right. There you go.
Yep, you're in go mode. But yeah, and Ace can mimic clip, he knows how, but it's a lot easier to mimic clip normally, because when you mimic clip the first mimics, the lasers, for whatever reason, don't shoot. Oh, Ace is going to take a little bit of safety. He's going to go ahead and grab a fairy here.
I do not blame him in the slightest. A nice 8-heart, friendly 8-heart
climb,
climb is not exactly what you want to be doing. Now, Data is going to take a second here. He's going to let out a fairy. He's going to pick up another blue potion.
Yeah, I think this is smart.
Oh yeah, for him, he's facing a Master Sword.
Master Sword Silverless. Yeah, grab that potion. Oh, and I wondered, the cape was in pod, so he's not getting that either.
Yeah, no, so yeah, he's got a murderous fight.
Yeah. Fun fact, phase 2 is much easier with Master Sword if you have a cape.
Oh yeah, just a little bit. Okay, Ace making his way through the gauntlet here, using arrows pretty well there. Although that Stalfos decided that he wasn't going to play nice, so we're gonna chase him around the ice room right now, which always goes well.
Yeah. Yeah, what I like to do there, and I learned this recently, is you walk in the room, go a little bit to the left, and fire a fire rod shot immediately, and you'll almost always hit that Stalfos.
Yep. That's the generally the best way to do it there. All right, so we got 2 of the land mode down. We're gonna get this 3rd one, and yep, pretty good fight there by Ace, especially doing your best to conserve his magic.
Yeah, because no lamp. I'm pretty sure he normally uses lamp strats up here. So fire rod, you want to have as much magic as you can. He's gonna probably have to grab the magic pot, the full magic pot. Well, maybe not, because he's gonna get a small decanter as well. But you know, the cane uses so little magic.
Right. So he's gonna be fine up here as long as you don't miss and fall.
Yeah.
I mean, there's ways it can go bad. I'm pretty sure Ace is gonna be fine, because at this point, like, if you're in the tournament, you've practiced this room a few times.
Yeah.
And
so Ace does NMG, so this is pretty, with the exception of no boots, no lamp. This is basically what you would do in NMG. So.
Yeah, he's making his way up this tower, no problem. Now the question is Ace gonna?
Okay, yeah, he needs to fall down. Yeah, he needs to. He's out of magic. He had one fire rod shot left, and with no lamp to back him up, he has to grab this magic pot. So.
All right, well, take 2.
Yeah, I mean it's good. It's good because I mean it's not good that he had to fall, but he had a shot. He had exactly enough shots, it looked like, and it's good that pot's there. It's kind of weird because this game, I think in general, has the tendency, and a single arrow in the big chest there. Oh god, the game has a tendency in general to put things that you need in places that you need them. A really good example in Thieves Town, there are bombs and bombs and bombs in that room in vanilla, like 2 under the pots and then 1 in the chest. In the room you have to bomb to light up the boss room.
Yeah, right.
But for whatever reason, they're a little stingy on the magic right before you get into those torches through.
I mean.
And then afterwards, as long as you get through it, you're fine. Because hey, here's a full magic pot.
to be fair, like, that's the end of the game. There, you probably should have been, figured out what you need at that point. But
yeah, I'm pretty sure casually I had 4 bottles full of blue goo at that point. So.
Yeah. Well, Data is almost all the way back to this, and unfortunately on Ace's side, we did kind of see that there wasn't another sword up here.
No.
So, Data is going to be looking at a Master Sword Silverless thing. I mean, honestly, if I was Data, I might hop in and take one quick peek over at Hope Room before I start the climb, but.
Yeah, Hope Room and or Torch. See if there's a sword there. They're relatively quick checks.
I mean, honestly, though, Ace is making just short work of this there. He takes down Aga, too, so he's off to fight Ganon here, and man, we are looking at a ridiculous time for an inverted key sanity here.
Yeah,
I mean,
Ace,
you'd be happy with this erosion.
Oh, yeah, Ace, you didn't want, I hear you didn't want inverted key sanity. Just go kill the seed,
Jeez. Yeah, this is wild here. So, I mean, unless something kind of crazy happens right here, I mean, Ace is going to move to 2-0 in the group.
Yeah.
It's just kind of what it is right now. Ooh,
oh yeah,
very
Chad
nice.
making a good point. He's got an extra key, so yeah, could do both the torch and the Hope Room by just jumping down once, because you can afford to open that middle door.
All right. Well, Ace taking some gnarly hits there from Ganon's fire bath. He's down
I
to...
mean, he's past the part where you're gonna take damage, so you should be fine.
Well, you say that, but then you
No,
accidentally
right?
walk into a fire bat and go, whoops,
Oh,
that
been there,
doesn't
done
usually
that.
happen. I mean, the other thing is this is tourney racing, right? So like tourney racing, you got a little bit more adrenaline pumping through you than you do if you're doing ladder race or something, right? So did you find the arrows in Ice Palace? Nope.
No.
Okay, gets to the torch.
Got a second try torch glitch. That should be fine.
Yeah, I should have enough here, because he already got the first spin there without any problem. He's probably just gonna wait it out to make sure that he gets him in the right right spot.
I think as long as he gets 2 per, he's more than okay.
Yeah, but he's getting 3, so he's just
Even
doing a little
better.
styling right now. A little styling, he'll be all right. All right, Data is on his way into GT. See if he does anything different here. But Ace on the very end of phase 4. Oh,
a little bit early.
that's a tilter right there, but
Yeah,
should
sure
still
is.
be all right. That's not gonna work. Tried it. He tried it. He went for it, but yeah, if you turn Ganon blue there, you're not gonna be able to get a.
You're
you
getting
just
a
gotta
single.
take the single. All right, almost done. Looks like. And there it goes.
There it is.
A little bit of a dash there at the end. But go ahead, yeah, get your GGs into chat for AceZer0 here, so absolutely destroys this poor inverted key sanity seed. Who, you know, what did it ever do to him as he crosses the line there with a time of 1:19:45.
Yeah, GG's Ace. Oh, I like that message.
Yeah, I like
Dip
that
the trackers
right
first, but you know. All right, dataplet entering GT.
And man, just wow, what a run there. That is crazy.
Joining us is AceZer0. Ace, GG's.
Thanks, GG's to dataplet.
Okay, do you want to know where your boots were?
I do want to know that.
Okay, so had you gone into Hookshot Cave, it might have given you a clue. Well, I'll give you a hint. So very early on, dataplet has pretty much had the boots almost the entire seed. There was a lamp in the first chest of Hookshot Cave.
Where got it?
So boots were in Castle Tower first chest.
Okay, as at the time, for some reason I was unsure because the differences in the key modes, like if the Castle Tower keys were vanilla or not. So I was like, I'm not gonna risk going in there in case the keys are vanilla, but I really thought I should have checked that first chest. And then you bonked over to the lamp. Is that what was supposed to happen?
And then he bonked. That's what was supposed to happen.
Okay.
You were supposed to bonk to the lamp. We thought maybe if you had gone to Hookshot Cave when you were up in the mountain later doing Tower of Terror and stuff, you might have read the logic and said, okay, it's got to be before this because the lamp is what put your hammer in logic, which is what gave you light world access. You know.
Okay, that makes so much sense. I wasn't sure. I figured I'd just like stumble on the lamp probably eventually, and it'd be fine. And then when I never did, I was like, okay, well at this point I just skipped something, and I guess I don't worry about it. I know everything, and light world's out of logic, but oh well.
Yeah, I mean it worked out well. Your pod trip is your pod Eastern trip early, and I know you and I have discussed this before. I know you like the early Eastern plays. That's basically what won it for you. Is you had the bow early, you had the swamp small early, yeah, and you had an extra sword out of that. Even the cape, not that you needed it. Whereas dataplet, he's still on Master Sword. He got his silvers out of Ice Palace. Guess where the silvers were?
Was it the first chest?
Nope.
No. Okay. I'm not sure. I mean, anywhere else was probably... Oh, the big chest. I didn't even have the big key.
No, you didn't.
Where was the big key?
Oh, gosh. I want to say somewhere on the mountain.
It was a Zora ledge there.
Oh, Zora ledge. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I hear you don't like inverted keys.
I kind of... It's kind of fun with this flute start. It, like, makes a lot more, like, weird options available, and it cuts down on the tedium, which are both kind of fun. But I don't really like it for racing because it just makes it even more swingy, I think. Like, I don't feel like I had a right to win this with my understanding of inverted, and I feel like I did some dumb things and they kept paying off, and then I did some smart things and those also paid off. So like, it's like I couldn't lose, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think I did some stuff right. Like, I made good choices as far as like prioritizing completing dungeons versus when I was doing like full clear of the overworld. I think I balanced that out well, so I was like constantly moving towards progress. I didn't get like, you know, sucked into just full clearing everything. But I don't know. It was fun. Like, Pod in particular was like I got bailed out by things that didn't seem like they were necessarily smart, but I was kind of already going that way.
Yeah, I mean, you did some low percent stuff. Like you had the four hearts, Thieves Town, 4 hearts, Skullwoods. Of course, you had a couple of fairies.
Yeah, the 2 fairies made it not even. I mean, it's like 12 hearts when you look at it that way.
Yep.
And I really thought I wasn't going to need the fairies on Mothula, but oh well.
Yeah.
It kind of made some things really awkward. Like I don't know how evident it was, but I was so lost at the beginning. Like, what order to do things in.
You looked a little lost. You did look
like,
a little lost.
Even like when I got to Skullwoods, like what order do I check this in? Getting the Fire Rod didn't really help, because then it's like, well, now I want to check under the bridge, but I don't want to waste my fairies because I might need them with my 3 hearts, and then I also want to check the drop down, like pinball room. Like,
Yep.
What is this? Like, some of it's just inverted, and some of it's just because I had odd options available.
Okay. It's like, I know Dataplet's working on trying to finish this out, but he is eventually going to forfeit. I'm going to go ahead and mark that so we can get him in here as well. But yeah, so that puts you at 2-0 in your group. How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm feeling good. It's still, there's a lot of races left to go, and with it being so many different modes, and some of them more kind of more volatile than others, you know, anything can happen, of course. But I don't know, I'm just having fun. I hope I get Ambrosia, and I really hope I get a boss shuffle somewhere. That's what I really want. Because that's a mode that nobody likes playing without like full Randomizer options, and I kind of hate Randomizer except for boss shuffle.
Yeah, so I'm one of the rare few.
Rare I get to do that. Get to do boss shuffle without everything else just chaos. But yeah, having fun. I see Dataplet got the half magic too on the restream. That would have also been
that was
nice.
also
I was kind of sweating my magic usage.
That was also in Hookshot Cave.
Okay.
So all the stuff that would have helped you in terms of magic, the lamp and for torch glitch, which you got very nicely, by the way, and the half magic were sitting there in Hookshot Cave.
I see, and I didn't even consider going back there. That's just a straight up mistake, because I could have done that when I was doing like. Well, did I have the mirror yet? Maybe I couldn't have.
You had the mirror up there, I think.
I did, because I mirrored to do Laser Bridge. Yeah, I should have done that before jumping down for Laser Bridge. That would have been like objectively correct.
There was a couple of things like kind of like you mentioned. You just kind of you didn't do because you didn't realize that you could do it. I think.
Wait, I didn't have hookshot at the time or boots, so it didn't make sense. I guess.
No, you had hookshot when you were up there, like when you did Hera. It's like you did a Hera pot.
Yeah, because you have to. I don't know. Sorry, I interrupted you, Dace.
No, you're right. You know, you're fine, but it was just like, yeah, there was just a couple of things that you kind of didn't realize I think you could do at times, and absolutely 0% of those punished you.
Yeah, that's the luck that I got.
Yeah.
Like, some of it was
slow. Kill you, but man,
there were a couple of those things that were just like, this is slow. I know I can do it and probably should, but I won't. Like, getting the pod big key and then not going back for the big chest was one of those that I was like, man, I maybe should do this, but.
Oh, is that what the hesitation? Okay, so we thought you were gonna go to the boss.
I thought about that for a second, and then I was like, no, I should go to the big chest. I don't have the small key. And I was like, no, I shouldn't do that either because it's going to be slow. Let's just get out of here and run away.
Yeah, we have no idea what was in the pod big chest. Data never even got into pod because he didn't have to get that bow there, so.
Gotcha. Yeah, the whole pod, I was so mad with all the mirror bonks and losing Kiki.
Oh my god!
I didn't know
yeah.
that's how that would work. I thought he was gonna like get turned in before I hit the warp.
Yeah,
and
we
then it didn't
we
happen.
saw that coming. I believe the strategy is to mirror away from that little walkway, but you made it work with picking up the bomb. So
Yeah, I just thought I'd want to go back to Light World like you normally do when you're done in that area, but this is backwards. So
yeah,
then if you want, that we do have that clipped so you can see yourself bonk a couple of times just for fun.
Thanks. Yeah, there was a few of those. I'm glad Sick Kid was nothing too. That's another one I just straight up forgot about, and then I realized like, wait, I have 2 bottles that weren't on my tracker.
All right, looks like Data went ahead.
Did finish. Yeah, he went ahead and finished it, which is really cool. But he did forfeit in the race room.
I think that's just one of those things where he goes, you know what? I don't want to. I'm not gonna hold up anything, so he's just gonna go ahead and forfeit there.
Yep.
But yeah, get your GGs. Data there is in chat.
Yeah,
so...
he finished. As far as I'm concerned, that's finishing. Like the race room isn't what dictates all of that. So GGs to dataplet.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just did nothing wrong.
No. I think he played the seed very well. I really do.
Yeah.
You know, the Pod Eastern play, you know, could have been nothing, and then we have a totally different story. Or if dataplet goes there earlier, you know, I mean, things could happen. It's rando, so like anything can happen.
I mean, you sub 90 a seed here in inverted key
sanity. Keys, I know.
You're feeling really good.
Yeah.
But then the other guy, you know, sub 80s it, and you just kind of shrug your shoulders and just go.
Pretty much.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it was a jet seed. You both found different jets. You know.
Yeah.
I figured the true jet would have been dataplet's early game up to getting the hammer, and then your game after that.
Yeah, this is a weird one of those seeds where I mean, most people say like, oh, you feel behind all the time, and I usually do. Or it's like, well, who knows what's happening? I honestly felt like I was ahead. I was like, all right, I'm ahead until whatever's going to mess me up messes me up. Whatever's going to wall me, whatever one item is last that I can't find, or whatever I forget. Like, even when I hit my go mode with the flippers, I was like, all right, I got to find out if pod or swamp is a crystal, because if it's swamp, I'm in go mode. And then I was like, wait, I don't have mitts. Like, do I need mitts? How does inverted work? If I go mode, is this going to screw me?
Yeah, well, to help you out a little bit, the only thing that hard requires mitts is King's Tomb. There are things that could end up requiring mitts, depending on what other items you have, but for the most part, you don't need them.
Aren't smiths still myths locked as well?
Not with mirror.
Oh, because the bushes are gone, right?
Yeah, so you can mirror with the smith into the light world. In fact, we had a seed the other day where to get your moon pearl, you were supposed to mirror the smith back to the light world, turn him and get a bow, and go into pod to get your moon pearl. So it has happened.
Yeah, all those weird changes. I kept up with them pretty well, I think, which is good for me. I didn't have any major mistakes. Invert is definitely my worst mode when I don't get super lucky.
Fair enough. Yeah, it looks like dataplet's not gonna. I assume is not going to join us in the interview. He's certainly still welcome to join. I see him in chat. Still welcome to join us if he'd like to have his say. But in the meantime, Ace, do you have anything else to add?
No, I don't. Thanks for commentary. I actually really do want to watch this one back because this is going to be interesting. But yeah, I appreciate both y'all doing comms. Whoever was on tracking, I don't see that on the restream layout, but
Iwala Koala there.
Oh, nice. But yeah, this is it's a really fun tournament, and I'm glad it's a good like variety of modes, and I've been watching some interesting races and played a couple interesting races. Looking forward to some more fun ones.
Yeah, and in fact, there is a race that probably isn't very far in, relatively speaking. Over on SpeedGaming 4, we have Pennyroyal Oil versus Killer App. And then, let's see, another race over on SpeedGaming 6 will be Moogle Charm versus Cool Papa Bell. That'll conclude our racers for today. Tomorrow, we do have some races already on the schedule. I'll just shout out the first few. We do have at noon, we have Andy versus Aridin. That is on the ALTTP Randomizer channel. At 2 o'clock, we have 2 races, one on SpeedGaming 2. That'll be Koi versus AceZer0, the no quick swap special. Also at 2 o'clock on SpeedGaming 3, we have Coxla versus 2C. And also at 2 o'clock, we have 3 matches at 2 o'clock. Oh my god. Thank you, SpeedGaming. We have Nilson Alex versus Error. Eri killing it in quals, so... and then at 4 o'clock, we have MM2 Nest Cartridge versus Laggy, and several other races scheduled for tomorrow. I believe you guys are doing the rematch tomorrow.
Yeah, dataplet and I have one at the same time tomorrow.
Yeah, so that looks like not getting a restream, but I know they're trying to spread it around. There's no way they can restream everything every time, so... good luck to both you and dataplet on that race. Also to you, Days Cloud, being mixed up in this group.
Yeah, I gotta somehow slip by Ace one of these times here, or else things are gonna get iffy for me. But we'll see.
just get an invert to see where his mistakes screw him up. That's all.
Oh man, I was all excited to maybe get inverted against Ace. No, thank you. Now, jeez.
You get a 121 and lose by a minute and a half.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, come on, that's scary, man.
But yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a lot of fun days. Always a pleasure when we could do commentary together.
Yeah, definitely, Tracy. Definitely the same there. So yeah, again, I guess before we make sure go ahead, follow the runners there. Both of these guys, great rando runners. Great people, just a lot of fun. Big thank you to Iwala Koala there, and of course to Tracy for sitting here with me and talking for the last 2 hours.
I like talking.
Yeah,
I like talking with good people.
Talking's fun. Talking's a good time. And yeah, other than that, make sure you keep up with the tournament there. If you're interested in helping out with maybe doing some tracking or even anything in particular here, go ahead and follow some of the links to the main tournament Discord there. They can get you set up in the right direction here. But I mean, other than that, Tracy, you got anything else you want to add?
No, just go ahead and watch those other matches over on those other channels that we mentioned that I've already forgotten.
Yeah, I'm headed over to SpeedGaming 4 as soon as we hang up here,
Absolutely.
so, bye.
Yeah, good night, everyone.